What lesson sparked your interest in chemistry?
My interest was peaked when I found out that chemistry imparts abilities that are important in everyday life. Learning chemistry as a science entails learning how to be the objective, reasonable, and solve issues. Chemistry is a lot of fun. You can undertake a variety of intriguing chemical projects with simple household items. Chemistry is the science of studying matter structure, characteristics, and behavior to see what occurs when they change in chemical reactions. As a result, it is classified as a branch of physical science alongside astronomy, physics, and earth sciences such as geology. The study of atoms and what governs how they react is an essential aspect of chemistry. It turns out that the electrons that circle atoms and the way they are transferred and shared to form chemical bonds have a big role in reactivity. Chemistry has now devolved into plethora of sub-disciplines. Analytical scientists, for example, may look for remnants of substances in old pottery to figure out what humans were consuming thousands of years ago. Chemistry projects are not always successful. They can change colors, make bubbles, and change states in the dark, like what we've done when we are doing lab experiments. Chemistry is the study of energy and matter, as well as their interactions. Even if you don't intend to pursue a career in science, there are several advantages to studying chemistry. Chemistry may be found all around the earth. It is in the food you eat, the clothing you wear, the water we drink, the medications you take, the air you breathe, the cleansers you use. You name it, and it's there. Because it relates to other disciplines such as biology, physics, geology, and environmental science. Chemistry is frequently referred to as the central science.
Is this subject truly beneficial to engineering?
Yes, because chemistry is a discipline of natural science concerned with the study of matter, energy, characteristics, and their interactions. Engineering exists to put this science into practice. The majority of students believe that chemistry has no application in engineering. Chemistry, on the other hand, has a wide range of applications in engineering. Everything in the world contains chemistry. It's also crucial in everyday life. Chemistry may be able to assist us identify new ways to protect the environment, preserve food, cure many incurable diseases like as corona, and reduce pollution in the future. It has the potential to boost food and agriculture harvests, as well as providing more effective medicinal insecticides or eradicating hazardous insects from crops. Engineering uses chemistry both directly and indirectly. While studying engineering, we must never forget about chemistry. Many engineering professions involve chemistry, including as manufacturing, smoothing industrial facilities, and develop more valuable chemicals for long-lasting products. In other words, chemistry plays such a large role in our everyday lives, and engineering that we cannot disregard it in any parts of our lives. The majority of engineering is based on chemistry, but we are not aware of it.
How do polymers and metals affect your daily life as an engineering student?
Some polymers are used by materials engineers for their stiff strength, while others are used for their flexibility and corrosion resistance. Polymers are now used as raw materials in everyday items such as synthetic clothing, fiberglass, plastic bags, nylon bearings, polyethylene cups, epoxy glue, silicone heart bulbs, Teflon-coated cookware, and of course, polymer base paints. It explored the chemical identities of polymeric materials that they encounter on a daily basis. The chemical composition influences the physical properties of materials they encounter in use regularly, as well as how cross-linking impacts polymeric materials' properties.
How can you help in minimizing the damages that these materials and their processes can bring to the environment?
You may reduce your ecological footprint or the influence you have on the natural world and its resources every day. Polymers, metals, or those other materials are everywhere. The plastic's invasion of the planet is reality. Plastic has been ingrained in our daily lives. It can be found in a variety of places, including product packaging, cosmetic chemicals, fabrics, and cell phones. It can even be found in the chewing gum you're currently chewing. Because of its ubiquitous nature, many people would find it difficult to give it up. As a result, reducing plastic consumption necessitates not only a shift in habits, but also a shift in mentality. We should recycle everything we can. Recycle those polymers such as plastic bottles or those elastics. Use the water from washing vegetables and salads to hydrate your houseplants. Cleanup efforts have attempted to alleviate the detrimental impacts of plastic pollution, but they have been unable to keep up with the increasing amounts of plastics entering the environment. As a result, a global multidisciplinary approach to minimizing plastic inputs to the environment must be prioritized. What lesson sparked your interest in chemistry?
Chemistry is one of the most accurate discipline for an engineering student when it comes to understanding environment issues. When I discovered the relevance of chemistry in our daily lives, it inspired my chemistry is the one and very important subject that are related to our daily life. It is important to being educated. Basic knowledge of chemistry help you to read and understand product label. Everyone can and should understand basic chemistry, but it may be important for you to take course in chemistry or even make a career out of it. If you want, it is important to understand chemistry if you are studying in any of the science because of the science involve matter and interaction between types of matter.
Is this subject truly beneficial to engineering?
Chemistry is a branch of natural science that study matter, energy, properties, and their relationship. Engineering is there to apply this science practically. Most of the students think there is no use of chemistry in engineering. That is not true. Chemistry is important to engineering. The majority of engineering really think about it and not include in a degree courses entry equipment. The ones of their frequenting are absolutely the chemical engineering. Once dealing with the food and materials, also routinely deal with the chemical transmission. Some of the most important of chemistry they don't think about is the corrosion, failure of appreciate. This can lead to some catastrophic failures.
How do polymers and metals affect your daily life as an engineering student?
For me, polymers are widely used advanced materials that are found in almost every material used in our daily life. Example of polymers we use in our daily life. Polystyrene. also known as polystyrene, is one of the most prominent plastic polymers. Low-density polystyrene. It is semi-rigid and translucent polymers with a high degree of long and short side chain branching. Polypropylene is one of the most versatile and cost-effective thermoplastic polymers in all plastics. The importance of polymers has been much more highlighted because of their application in the different domains like science, technology, and our industry. From the basic uses like biopolymers and therapeutic polymers. The primary goal of this editorial is to highlight the practical effects of polymers in a human daily life. The importance of metals in the human life is pretty self-evident by the names used to describe the ages in the science literature.
How can you help in minimizing the damages that these materials and their processes can bring to the environment?
Chemistry. Chemistry can help us to understand, monitor, project, and improve the environment around us. Chemistry are developed tools and techniques to make sure that we can see and measure air and water pollution. They have helped to build the evidence that show how our climate has changed over time. Chemistry is an incredibly fascinating field of study because it's all fundamental to our world. Chemistry plays a role in everyone's lives and touches almost every aspect of our existence in some way.
Hi, I'm Jan Vic Lopez. I'm here to answer some of the questions. What lessons spark your interest in chemistry? The lesson that sparked my interest in chemistry are in materials when there's a grouping and we execute a lab experiment. The amazing part of this is when that experiment, the output of the experiment is quite intriguing because it became the output is is a kind of a liquid. When you put your finger there, it will act like a common liquid. It's sticky. But the interesting part is when you apply a force. For example, when you slap or punch that liquid, it's so hard. It became so solid, and that is the good thing, the great part where my interest in chemistry is great. Is this subject beneficial to engineering? Yes, because understanding chemistry are more beneficial for engineering, because in the future problems where environment are involved or other health issues, it will require a proper understanding in chemistry to understand what the hazardous or the safe chemicals to use in each field. And in chemistry they discuss the safety, so I believe that it is great. How do polymers and metals affect your daily life as an engineering student? As an engineering student, I understand that polymers are raw materials that we commonly use in our daily life. The example of these are container, cookware, clothing, building plastic bag, plastic bottle. And the metal is widely used nowadays because it has great potential on containing electricity. That, for example, the gold and silver. These two metals are used in our daily life because it is a good conductor of electricity. Hi, I am John Vic Lopez, and I will answer the question, how can you help in minimizing the damage that these materials and the process can bring to the environment? One of the items that we use are polymers. Polymers is a great item because we can use it every time in anywhere. The best example of polymers are plastic bag, plastic bottle, because these two items are what we commonly use. The problem is this item is bad when it became a waste. Some people they usually burn their waste, which is not eco-friendly. It only gives air pollution, and it will greatly affect our earth and our life. So my solution for this is to understand and apply the proper waste management. Now, to achieve this goal, I will use the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Once that I fully understand how it works and how to apply this, I will encourage other person, most of my friends, my family, to use this to minimize the damage and hoping that other people will do what I will do.
What lesson sparked your interest in chemistry?
Chemical safety. Chemical safety is the practice of using occupational chemical compounds in a way that protects human safety and health while also avoiding environmental damage. It encompasses all aspects of chemical use, including chemical manufacturing, transportation, use, and disposal. Scientific awareness of potential hazardous effects, technical knowledge of safe handling and usage methods, and effective communication of the chemical identification and safety profile of all substances are all important components of chemical safety. Chemical safety refers to any rules, procedures, and practices aimed at reducing the danger of being exposed to potentially harmful substances. This encompasses the danger of chemical exposure to those handling the chemicals, as well as the surrounding environment and the communities and ecosystem inside it. When chemicals are combined with other chemicals, heated or handled incorrectly, their hazard potential increases. Although many cases of chemical hazard exposure occur outside of controlled facilities, such as industrial plants or laboratories, users in the chemical safety environment are able to take appropriate action in the event of an accident. It is estimated that 1.6 million human deaths occur each year from contact with hazardous chemicals, and that in 2016, 45 million disability-adjusted life years were lost.
Is this subject truly beneficial to engineering?
Chemistry is an important fundamental topic for engineers. Example, in understanding the properties of building materials, the natural environment, atmosphere, and solutions. Interaction of building materials with the environment, corrosion of metals, and durability. The course intends to teach the fundamentals of chemistry with a focus on these applied topics. Engineering requires applied science, and chemistry is the center of all science. The more chemistry an engineer understands, the more beneficial it is. In the future, global problems and issues will require an in-depth understanding of chemistry to have a global solution.
How do polymers and metals affect your daily life as an engineering student?
Polymers are widely used advanced materials, which are found almost in every material used in our daily life. Today, the importance of polymers has been much more highlighted because of their applications in their dominions of sciences, technologies, industries, from basic uses to biopolymers and therapeutic polymers. The polymers, a word that we hear about it a lot, is very vital and one cannot imagine the life without it. Polymers, a large class of materials, consist of many small molecules named monomers that are linked together to form long chain and used in a lot of products and good that we use in daily life.
How can you help in minimizing the damages that these materials and their processes can bring to the environment?
Heavy metals can be left on site and be treated in a way that reduces or eliminates their ability to adversely affect human health and the environment. This process is sometimes called stabilization. Eliminating the bioavailability of heavy metals on site has many advantages over excavation. One way of stabilizing heavy metals consists of adding chemicals to the soil that cause the formation of minerals that contain the heavy metals in form that is not easily absorbed by plants, animals, or people. This method is called in situ fixation or stabilization. This process does not disrupt the environment or generate hazardous waste. Instead, the heavy metal combines with the added chemical to create a less toxic compound.
What lesson sparked your interest in chemistry?
Chemistry is essential for meeting our basic needs of food, clothing, shelter, health, energy and clean air, water and soil. Chemical technologies enrich our quality of life in numerous ways by providing new solutions to problems in health, materials, and energy usage. Chemistry is important in everyday life because many of the changes you observe in the world around you are caused by chemical reaction. Example include leaves, changing colors, cooking, food, and getting yourself clean. Knowing some chemistry can help you make day-to-day decisions that affect your life. Chemistry in society is a course of a student society problems and issues involving an understanding of the important chemical principles. Course emphasize the relevant application and enhancement of chemical literacy for the non-scientific.
Is this subject truly beneficial to engineering?
Physics and chemistry and mathematics will continue to be important subjects in engineering courses, and it is not mandatory for state government or institutions to offer these courses to students who have not studied them in class 12 in AICTE set on Friday. Chemistry is a branch of natural sciences that study matter, energy, properties, and their relationship. Engineering is there to apply this science practically. Most students think that there is no use of chemistry in engineering, but actually there are a lot of application of chemistry. In engineering, chemistry is present in everything in the world. Chemistry, while having its various branches, is used in all aspects of our daily life experience. Because everything we need in our daily lives is most related to chemistry, like food, clothes, cosmetics, drinks, soaps, washing, powder, baking powder, acids, medicine, etc. Life is incomplete without chemistry.
How do polymers and metals affect your daily life as an engineering student?
Polymers are widely used advanced materials which are found almost in every material used in our daily life. To date, the importance of polymers has been much more highlighted because of their application in different dominations of sciences, technologies, and industries, from basic use to biopolymers and therapeutic polymers. The main aim of this editorial is to accentuate the pragmatic impacts of polymers in human daily life. But natural and synthetic polymers are remarkably involved in comfort in facilitation of human life and are responsible for life itself, for medication, nutrition, communication, transportation, irrigation, container, clothing, recording history, buildings, highway, etc.
How can you help in minimizing the damages that these materials and their processes can bring to the environment?
Completely turn off equipment like television and stereos when you're not using them. Use energy efficient appliances and light bulbs. Use energy more efficiently, producing electricity and natural gas and delivering it to your door generates greenhouse gas emissions. Install renewables. Conserve water. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Travel less. Consider near sourcing and ship goods more efficiently. Stop using plastic bags. When you think about it, we don't need plastic bags in our lives at all. Skip that disposable items. Know what to recycle. Go paperless and reduce electronic usage.